Surinder, for that market roundup. But lots of stocks as well to focus on today. Several earnings that we'll be watching out for, and there'll be reactions to many of the earnings, including Airtel. So which are the stocks that you are tracking this morning?
Well, as Bharti Airtel can be in focus on the back of the quarterly earnings, where company reported an inline set of number in Q2 FY26. Revenue was above the street estimate, and we talk about PAT. Then company's PAT saw an uptick of more than 14%, and margins also expanded by more than 40 basis points on a sequential basis. And if we talk about mobile ARPU of the Bharti Airtel, then it has increased to rupees 256. And apart from this, Bharti Airtel board has also approved to acquire an additional 5% stake in Indus Tower. Titan can be in focus on the back of their mixed set of number in Q2, and then in Q2 FY26, company revenue was above the street estimate, and PAT and margin was in line, and domestic jewelry margin was at 11.1% on a year-on-year basis, and emerging business net loss reduced nominally on a yearly basis. Power Grid can be in focus on the back of their weak set of number, where companies reported a weak set of number in Q2 FY26, where company's standalone EBITDA margin was at 80.1% as compared to 85.6% on a year-on-year basis, which was down more than 550 basis point year-on-year basis, and PAT also saw a downtick of more than 4% year-on-year basis. Acme Solar can be in focus on the back of their quarterly earnings, where company's revenue EBITDA was slightly weak as compared to the street estimate, where company reported a PAT at rupees 400 crore as compared to 221 crore, with an uptick of 81%, and EBITDA margins also saw an uptick of more than 50 basis point year-on-year basis. Lastly, City Union Bank can be in focus, where company's NII saw an uptick of 14.4% year-on-year basis, and operating profit saw an uptick of 10% year-on-year basis at rupees 471 crore. And if we talk about provision, then provision saw a downtick of company reported provision at the company's provision was down more than 18.5% on its quarterly basis, and asset quality has improved. So back of this, City Union Bank can be in focus.
All right, so these are some of the counters that you should be watching out for. But other than that, let's watch out for Hero MotoCorp as well. The company reported a sales number for the October, where the wholesale stands over 6 lakhs units, and that is in line to what we were expecting at 18 now as well. So inline set coming in from Hero MotoCorp. But other than that, Bharti Hexacom will be in focus on the back of its earnings, because this time around what we get to see in terms of the earnings performance, the revenue is seen to be up by 2.5% on a sequential basis. The profit has seen a jump of almost 8%, while the EBITDA margin that has seen a surge too and has improved 84 basis points. Niva Bupa is going to be in focus as well, because this time around you will see that the company has reported a loss number of 35 crores. But sequentially, if you see, the performance and the loss is seen to be narrowing. And not just that, even Morgan Stanley believes that there's 80% probability of the stock outperforming the index over the next 15 years. The stock has underperformed recently, but Morgan Stanley do expect a rebound. So let's watch out for Niva Bupa. RITES has come out with a positive announcement, as they say that they have won a new order win from Nimhans Bangalore worth 372 crores. And lastly, all these companies from the likes of Swiggy as well as Eternal will be in focus on the back of a Bernstein initiation, where they have gone ahead and initiated the coverage on both of these counters with an outperform rating. The target price on Eternal stands at 390 rupees, while for Swiggy 570 is what their target is. And what they're saying is that in a large but intensely competitive quick commerce market, both the companies are best placed to create significant investor value in the times ahead, and that's what giving them this confidence.